I was scrolling through Instagram, right? And I found this very interesting quote, which I think you need to hear. And everyone who is on their self-improvement journey or an overall wants to improve needs to hear this. But yeah, before we start, my name is Christian, a normal guy who wants to improve. But yeah, let's start and don't waste your time. This quote says, "You don't lose when you lose. You lose when you are afraid to start." Let me say this again. Let that sink in. You don't lose when you lose. You lose when you are afraid to start. And it may sound like pretty ridiculous, right? Because like in terms of like sports, in terms of like sports, football, soccer, right? In terms of sports, like your team lost or you lost individually, you lost the final, well, you lost, you get the silver medal, and then deal with it, right? But in terms of like in real life, right? Not in like athlete life, but in this just normal human life, right? It's really, it really hits hard, as I'm going to say, because you can change this quote into literally anything you want. I think I said it correctly. So this quote, which I said, you can change it to, for example, let's give an example. You don't lose when you got rejected by a girl. You lose when you were afraid to approach her in the first place. Sorry. Okay, sorry for this cut. My grandma called me, but okay. Yeah, as I said, you can literally change this quote into literally anything you want, right? So, yeah, as I said with last example, you don't lose when you got rejected by a girl. You lose when you are afraid to approach her in the first place. You don't lose when your business failed. You lose when you don't even start one. You don't lose when you fail an exam. You lose when you don't even study for it. You lose when you... And you can give yourself an example, right? I'm gonna give one example. You don't lose when you, I don't know, injure yourself through through exercising, right? You lose when you don't even exercise in the first place. So yeah, as I said, you can literally change this quote into anything you want. So I want you to have this quote in your mind. I'm gonna have this in the title. You don't lose when you lose. You lose when you're afraid to start. And really believe in this quote. If you're afraid of something, like cold approaching this girl, or literally it could be anything. But for example, approaching this girl that you have a crush on, it works. For this quote, it works the best because you don't lose when you got rejected by her. You lose when you are afraid to approach her in the first place. So yeah, as I said, this quote can work to literally anything you want. And yeah, this quote just blew my mind. It's simple as that, but really simplest things can blow your mind, bro. So have this quote in your mind anytime you are afraid to start something new, maybe start a new business, cold approaching this girl, start to go into the gym, have this quote in your mind, because you're not a loser when you lose. Well, of course, in terms of sports, like in terms of like team sports, this quote does not work. But in terms of like life, you're not a loser when you lose. You're a loser when you don't even start. Yeah. So have this quote in your mind next time you're afraid of something, and just go and do it. What's gonna happen, bro? Stay hard, because nobody will save you. The only person who can save you is the person I'm pointing right now. Peace out.